Hi folks, Kieran here again. Hope you're all good. I just sort of filmed this. I thought I filmed this whole video, which is about like 8 minutes, and then I realized I hadn't pressed the button properly. That's horrible. Anyway, okay. Hope you're all good. Hopefully I'll say it more succinctly now this time, because I just did a big practice. This is a response video to the Radical Individuals video, which was called "If Libertarians Had Their Way, Evil Corporations Would Rule the World." Okay, so this is a response to you, Radical Individual. I hope you're good. Good to see you still making videos. Yeah, basically this is kind of pretty off the cuff response, so it's not that carefully thought through. But basically, yeah, my reaction to your video is that I do indeed believe that if libertarians had their way, evil corporations would rule the world. Or maybe it wouldn't be quite if libertarians had their way. Maybe libertarians are not as evil as that, so it wouldn't be quite their way. I don't know, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say you don't want evil corporations to take over the world. So it wouldn't be exactly your way, but I think if your policies were enacted, evil corporations would take over the world. I suppose I should add a bit of a caveat to evil corporations. I wouldn't quite ascribe the word evil to corporations. They're kind of a bit of a sort of amoral thing. And I wouldn't say that some corporations are more moral, much more moral than others. And I think broadly speaking, they're all just trying to maximize their bottom line and survive in the marketplace, whether it's a really small business or a really massive one. I suppose I'd probably vaguely say that kind of publicly owned companies are slightly more evil. They're kind of more centered on the bottom line. With the kind of family firms, I mean, you've got a human being at the top of it, so maybe some limit to the evil there. But broadly speaking, I think they're all kind of selfish entities. And yeah, I think that if we got rid of the government and we just had property, that would mean the kind of owner of property would be kind of king, really. I don't know how far your libertarianism goes. Incidentally, I prefer the word proprietarianism for your system, because I think property rights are the kind of the centerpiece of it, not freedom. Though I think you are serious about freedom, but I think property rights seem to trump everything for you guys. Okay, if your kind of proprietarianism, or I'll call it libertarianism anyway, goes all the way, then basically things like roads and oil supply and things are going to be owned by individuals now, probably going to be in the hands of some, let's call it a corporation, or just rich individuals, and they're going to certainly charge what they like in terms of road tolls. So in that sense, yeah, whatever corporation owns the roads is going to pretty much rule the world. Also, yeah, things like oil supply, it'd be pretty hard for us to not use oil at all, and pretty hard for us to or to use other alternatives. There are lots of natural monopolies. You've got the kind of gas supply, or in Britain anyway, we're kind of hooked up by pipes to the national gas supply, and gas meaning methane or something, which we cook with, and I think there's only one network of it, so whoever owns that will be pretty damn, can kind of name the price pretty damn high. And even if a group of people own the roads, or a group of different companies own the gas supply, they'd be extremely wise to make a cartel, wouldn't they? And nothing could really stop them doing that. And it'd be very hard to enter the market, because it's a kind of natural monopoly, very hard to build a bunch of pipes. And well, in terms of road ownership, it would be literally impossible for a rival to set up business, because they'd have to cross the existing roads, assuming the road ownership entailed ownership of the air above the roads and tunnel space below. But presumably under libertarianism, you would want somebody to be able to own the tunneling space below and the air above. So at the end of the day, they'd be able to get into a cartel with the people who own the road, the ground level roads. So, well, maybe you're actually not a complete libertarian, and you would grant some sort of socialism for these things. We'd have a socially owned roads, socially owned oil supply, or some sort of regulation of it. Okay, so if I grant you that kind of social ownership, I still think evil companies would have a hell of a lot more sort of fun with us poor mortals than they do now. I think, I mean, you do cite these examples where regulation does can create monopolies or make barriers to entry. You might be right about some of those examples. So I think broadly speaking, in terms of ruling our lives, evil corporations would have much more power if we didn't have the state redistributing rather wealth to people and guaranteeing at least some sort of inalienable rights. Some people, I think, are just kind of crap at doing things, or don't have much skill. They have to struggle learning to read or whatever, or they're just not very shrewd. They're kind of too trusting, and these people would just be robbed of everything they have pretty easily by shrewd people, and they'd end up kind of virtually slaves, really. I mean, we give people even now kind of slaves to the banks, and without the government protecting people to some degree, I think the corporations would, as I say, it would be sort of virtual kind of slavery. I mean, the kind of shrewd people would own all the houses, and they'd be kind of leasing them out. They'd be really struggling. Some people, I'm not saying everybody, but in terms of ruling a lot of people, I think even if the kind of roads and so on were socially owned, we'd still have a hell of a lot of evil corporations ruling people. And well, last quick point: what about all the kids? Would there be protection for children? I mean, if your parents screw up, would you be pretty much, the kids would be kind of beholden to the kind of companies that have completely screwed the parents? That's a hell of a lot more people to be ruled by these corporations. Yeah. Anyway, I think I've made my point, and hope you enjoy my video. All the best.